I am pointing out the path for humanity to ponder its future. Choosing the path of socialist collectivization means that the toiling masses can only live in poverty, but the overall human lifespan will extend. Opting for the capitalist path of market-oriented capitalism means that the toiling masses can lead affluent lives, but the overall human lifespan will shorten. Neither socialism nor capitalism is an ideal path. The socialist collectivization path inevitably leads to poverty, while the capitalist market-oriented path, although bringing affluence and maximal development of productivity, will deplete natural resources, leading to a backlash from nature. Other paths, such as military control, are purely barbaric and will result in poverty and societal chaos. The most ideal path for the future of humanity is Xiefeng-style communism. Please note, it is not the communism advocated and practiced by Marx, Lenin, Mao Zedong, but Xiefeng-style communism. Xiefeng-style communism has been practiced on Earth for 15 years, which can permanently solve nearly 90% of the challenges humanity faces, such as territorial disputes between nations and elder support issues, among others. The more extensive and detailed the content and clauses in constitutions, laws, and regulations, the more problems will arise. More management personnel lead to higher societal operational costs. Therefore, all constitutions, laws, and regulations should be abolished and replaced with values for the orderly functioning of society. To this end, I have prepared 800 values for new era humanity. To live a happy life and ensure the continued existence of humanity on Earth, all humans must undergo a spiritual purification. I have also prepared the course for spiritual purification for humanity. 错误的意识葬送着幸福和美好未来. Wrong consciousnesses will ruin happy and beautiful future. Xiefeng, March 21, 2011. Translation edited by Qinyo. I, Xiefeng, regardless of my own limitations, speak words of gold and jade. Those who believe and act upon my words will reap boundless benefits and a bright future, while those who doubt and act according to their own desires will suffer endless torment and a bleak future. I seek truth pragmatically and confront human nature directly. My understanding and exploration of time, space, Buddhism, human nature, life, thinking, consciousness, nature, love, and Tao are profound. In this world, only I can guide people towards a life of happiness and a bright future. With boundless love and compassion, I hold deep respect and affection for every life. I have the ability to alleviate all suffering. However, even the most skilled doctor is useless if the patient refuses their prescription. There is no one else in the world who serves as tirelessly and diligently as I do. Hating me, that's the tragedy of your life and life. Loving me, that's the blessing of your life and life. I am crystal clear, untouched by even the slightest speck of dust. If you perceive me as filthy and sullied, it's because the dust has clouded your vision. Those who forsake me, abandon me, you are the most ignorant beings under the heavens. Misery will inevitably cling to you tightly, and the lower realms of life will be your destined abode. Those who cannot perceive my love are like blind men unable to see the sun. Leaving me in arrogance is akin to a blind man wandering into hell unaware. Joy, happiness, freedom, and blessedness abound in life. Your inability to experience them stems not from life's shortcomings or deception, but from the distortion of reality by your own erroneous and distorted consciousness, much like how colorblind individuals cannot see the vibrant spectrum of light. When you find yourself in excruciating pain upon discovering that the person you love is engaging in sexual activities with someone else, take a moment to reflect. What is the root cause of your suffering? Is it the person engaging in the act of love? Is it the circumstances surrounding their lovemaking? Neither. It is your own consciousness. It is the desire to possess the beloved. It is your own jealous mindset. Without the consciousness of possession and jealousy, where does the suffering come from? Why do others not suffer when engaging in the same act with the same person? If your consciousness were to shift, and you were to genuinely feel joy and happiness for the happiness of your beloved, where would the suffering originate? Isn't this simply a matter of your own consciousness? All suffering in life arises from erroneous consciousness, undermining personal happiness and a bright future. To transcend suffering and ascend to heaven, one must begin by transforming their consciousness, rather than attempting to change others or the world. Failure to correct your misguided consciousness will leave you devoid of joy and happiness, whether you traverse the globe or ascend to heaven. Continuing to attribute your suffering to others ensures it will persist indefinitely. To escape suffering and attain happiness, one must only change their consciousness. Abandon your pitiful self-esteem and vanity. Renounce the values fettered by traditional morality. Do not endure endless torment for the sake of illusions. Otherwise, you may preserve various chastity archways. But what about your true happiness and joy? It's like the mute swallowing bitterness. Only you can feel it. 人的幸福和痛苦来源叹息. Analysis of the source of human happiness and suffering. Xiefeng, December 1st, 2023. Translation edited by Qinyo. Everyone has experienced moments of happiness as well as moments of pain. So, where does happiness or pain come from? What factors lead to it? Fundamentally, the world is not wrong. All faults lie within ourselves. If the happy Adam and Eve had followed the warning of the owner of Eden not to eat the forbidden fruit, then the suffering of being expelled from the Garden of Eden would not have occurred. Therefore, Adam and Eve's pain originated from within themselves due to their own actions. In fact, when we observe the happiness and pain that each person experiences, once we trace it back to its source, we will inevitably find that the root cause of happiness or suffering is oneself, without exception. As we continue to explore, we will discover that the pivotal moments leading to our happiness or suffering stem from how we interact with familiar individuals. Our choice of words, emotional responses, attitudes, and behavior towards them. When we communicate with others using gentle and warm language, maintain pleasant and joyful emotions, display an elegant and positive attitude, and exhibit caring and protective behavior, the feedback we receive from those around us is predominantly happiness. Conversely, if our communication is negative, our emotions are marked by anger and disgust, our attitude is abrasive, and our behavior is harmful, then the feedback we receive from those around us tends to be filled with pain. Furthermore, we will find that the closer people are to us, the easier it is for them to bring happiness or suffering. Parents, children, husbands, wives, lovers, neighbors, relatives, friends, classmates, colleagues, superiors, subordinates, idols, fans, etc., are the main sources of happiness or suffering for ourselves. Individuals in middle age and older adults should deeply feel this phenomenon. In the process of interacting with people close to us, there is too much helplessness and sadness, as well as unspeakable bitterness in our hearts. Knowing the source of happiness and suffering for each person, we should effectively solve this problem, that is, to maximize happiness and minimize suffering. But a sadly obvious fact is that humanity has survived for thousands of years without fundamentally solving this problem. People have mostly tried to alleviate confronts and conflicts between individuals from the perspective of morality and ethics. But the reality tells us that whether it is advocating for gentleness, kindness, modesty, frugality, and humility, or advocating for benevolence, righteousness, ritual, wisdom, and credibility, whether it is trying to use religious teachings or legal perspectives, none have completely solved the troubles and pains of human interaction. The birth of Life Genuine, particularly the emergence of the new human production and living mode created by Life Genuine, effectively alleviated the pain caused by interacting with close individuals. The 15-year practice of living in the second home demonstrates that people can interact with each other harmoniously and amicably. This interaction not only brings more joy and happiness, but also significantly reduces the troubles and pains associated with human interaction. I hope this will draw the attention and exploration of all individuals worldwide who struggle with getting along with close people. Throughout human history, only the innovative production and living mode established by Life Genuine, namely the second home model, have been able to address the troubles and pains of human life. 人类的出路，雪峰是共产主义. The future of humanity, Xiefeng-style communism. Xiefeng, March 2nd, 2024. Translation edited by Qinyo. Reviewing history, whether in Europe, Africa, Asia, the Americas, or Oceania, the recurring themes have been war, hunger, disease, turmoil, and various natural disasters. No nation, no individual has lived a life filled with joy, happiness, freedom, and bliss. The historical facts of the past 5,000 years of the current human civilization tell us that nations, religions, political parties, money, and power cannot solve the suffering of humanity. Instead, they not only fail to solve it, but also increase the burden and suffering of humanity. Since nations, religions, political parties, money, and power cannot alleviate human suffering and, in fact, add to it, the logical solution is for nations to disappear, for religions to vanish, for political parties to cease, for money to be eliminated, and for power to be eradicated. Will humanity revert to a primitive era, tribal times, or city-states if nations, religions, political parties, money, and power disappear? The answer is a resounding no. As the overall cognitive level of humanity has risen, technology has advanced, thinking has become more dynamic, knowledge and wisdom have reached unprecedented levels. People no longer wish to regress to the past, just as an increasing number of individuals are reluctant to enter the marital and familial hardships. In the absence of nations, religions, political parties, money, and power, where will humanity go? The answer is, towards the era of Life-Chanuen, also known as Xiefeng-style communism, or the kingdom of the greatest creator. In Life-Chanuen era, within the Xiefeng-style communism program, there will be no nations, religions, political parties, money, power, marriages, or families. In Life-Chanuen era, under the program of Xiefeng-style communism, there will be no constitutions, laws, or regulations. Instead, individuals will adhere to a set of values guiding their conduct. In Xiefeng-style communism, resources are shared worldwide. Everyone possesses nothing yet owns everything, and individuals, unselfish and selfless, create the most magnificent symphony of life. Can't imagine it? Impossible? In the universe, there is nothing that is impossible. There are only things that one cannot imagine and thoughts one cannot conceive, but nothing is truly impossible. All material phenomena are the outcomes of consciousness. The essence of the world lies in the formless manifestations. If the above is considered mere conceptual and theoretical exploration, termed as fantasy utopian communism, I assert the future of humanity is the Xiefeng-style communism because it is backed by the practical activity of Life-Chanuen, a new model of human production and life, the second home, which started in April 2009 and has been successfully running for 15 years with a wealth of information available, textual, visual, and video descriptions in the online world. To enter the Xiefeng-style communist lifestyle, everything is possible, but the biggest challenge is that all of humanity needs a profound spiritual purification, a monumental and challenging undertaking. The core of spiritual purification lies in the construction of the human soul garden. The main task of building the soul garden is to uproot negative and pessimistic psychological and emotional elements such as greed, jealousy, comparison, selfishness, laziness, complaints, hatred, and ego from the human heart. Despite people's beliefs or willingness, the program has already been initiated. The future of humanity is Xiefeng-style communism. 人类的未来, the future of mankind. Xiefeng, March 15, 2024. Translation edited by Qin Yu. The future of mankind lies in Xiefeng-style communism, a future that may be realized within the next 20 years. The evidence is as follows. The first is natural laws. Natural laws operate independently of human will. Regardless of how great an individual is, or how powerful a country or group may be, they cannot resist natural laws. It's akin to the inevitability of death, which is beyond resistance. All measures and methods that attempt to resist natural laws will inevitably end in failure. New things will invariably replace old ones. Who can still see ox carts and horse carts on bustling streets? None, because automobiles have replaced them. Marriage and family are set to disappear. They are the crystallization of the production relations of the traditional era. As humans enter the network era, people's social relations become extremely complex and vast. The traditional family, once a haven, in turn, becomes the biggest burden and obstacle to personal development and change. Therefore, With people's awakening and the demand for improving the quality and taste of life, people will gradually distance themselves from marriage and family. An astonishing factor is that Jesus Christ, Buddha Shakyamuni, and the celestial Laozi have never advocated for marriage and family. Organizational control will come to an end. Before the advent of the internet, the government and major media controlled public opinion. In the internet era, everyone has the potential to influence public opinion in a self-media way. A self-media influencer with millions of fans may even surpass the public opinion influence and even the appeal of a government. We will find that people no longer pay attention to what the government says, but will pay more and more attention to what those self-media influencers say. If this state continues to develop, a country's organizational ability and appeal will gradually disintegrate, and the disintegration and disappearance of the country will be inevitable. Resource sharing will become a common consensus among people. We all know a general principle that is, the higher the degree of sharing of things, the greater its value. A person, the more people he serves, the greater his value. A park, the more visitors it has, the greater its value. A sum of money, the faster its circulation and the more hands it passes through, the greater its value. A region, the more people come and go, the greater its value, and the more civilized and developed it will be. The call for enjoying old age will become louder and louder. Everyone will age, and how to spend one's old age will be a problem that everyone will think about. Traditional old age models, such as relying on children for support, relying on nursing homes for old age, etc., are no longer suitable for the needs of human civilization development. New types of old age methods will be born, and allowing everyone to enjoy their old age will become a common wish and demand of mankind. The accelerated development of artificial intelligence will force people to live collectively. With the gradual penetration of artificial intelligence into people's daily life, a large number of people will lose their jobs. Faced with the rapid changes, individual abilities and knowledge and skills are no longer able to cope with the rapidly changing times. Only by living collectively can we cope with the diverse objective needs. Free migration within the global scope is a goal that everyone aspires to. The occurrence of hunger, war, and turmoil is mainly due to the fact that people are restricted to a specific area and cannot move. When all Earth's citizens have the freedom to migrate like migratory birds, many disasters can be avoided. Free migration can break down the barriers and gaps of regional culture and ethnic culture, fostering a sense of global integration among people. This sense will eventually lead everyone to love the Earth, our common home. When marriage and family disappear, when nations disintegrate, when people have the freedom to migrate globally, when an increasing number of self-media outlets emerge like bamboo shoots after a rain, when artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence and problem-solving abilities, and when a large number of people are unemployed with nothing to do, one may ask, which existing system and culture in the world today can solve and handle these extremely complex problems? The answer is, no country, party, religion, or organization can handle it. The only path for mankind is Xiefeng-style communism. 3,000 selfless warriors galloping, 100,000 Chanyuan academicians shaping the wind. Xiefeng, February 23, 2024. Translation edited by Qin Yu. 3,000 selfless warriors galloping, 100,000 Chanyuan academicians shaping the wind is the scene I envision for the future operation of human society in the era of Life-Chanyuan. It signifies that there will be 3,000 extremely wise and capable individuals who are unselfish and selfless, managing and operating the construction of material wealth in human society. Additionally, there will be 100,000 individuals of celestial, Buddha, and angel levels creating spiritual and soul wealth for mankind. In that era, there will be no countries, no political parties, and no religions. Marriage and family will not exist. The construction of material, spiritual, and soul wealth for all mankind will be managed and operated by 3,000 management-level Chanyuan celestials and 100,000 soul-level Chanyuan celestials. That is to say, in the era of Life-Chanyuan, all of mankind will be managed by only 103,000 individuals. Imagine, all of mankind is managed by only 103,000 individuals for the effective operation of society. How many civil servants are there in all of mankind now? I can't find the total number, but just from the number of civil servants in these few countries, I know that at least more than 200 million people in all of mankind are relying on the public purse. Data from 2023, the United States, 24.03 million people, the United Kingdom, 460,000 people, Russia, 685,300 people, South Korea, 1 million people, Germany, 1.8 million people, Japan, 4.48 million people, France, 5.05 million people, China, 7.167 million people. Look, just these 8 countries participating in social management have a total of 44,672,300 people. There are 197 countries in the world. How many people will there be? It is estimated to exceed 200 million, and in the era of Life-Genuine, only 103,000 individuals will replace more than 200 million people.